Hello, hi. Hello. I'm audible, clear? Okay. Okay, so let's wait for 5 minutes, guys, and we will start. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Okay, starting in next 2 minutes. Okay, so let's start, guys. Hello, hi, everyone. So today we are going to talk about CCNP and core, okay? Okay, let me share my screen also. Okay, so let's talk about this module, which is 350-401 Encore. Okay, and before I start Encore, let me tell you the people who are joining with us for the first time. Okay, so like when you talk about CCNP enterprise, I'm not going to take your questions right now. So let's start the class and I will take your questions after that. Okay. Okay. So empower the world biggest networks with CCNP enterprise, and CCNP certification is like on very high demand. Okay. And if you see what are the reasons to get certified in the market, that is like 99 of percent of big companies are checking technical certification in the in the hiring decisions, and 91% of employers believe IT certifications are a good predictor of a success employee, and 81% of employers associate IT certification hold good quality and value of work in contribution. Okay, so stay competitive when you have the certification. I'm clear, guys. I'm audible. Yes, please confirm in the chat. Yes. Okay, great. Okay, so a lot of people are getting certified, and also like if I tell you about myself, so almost I worked in industry for more than 10, 11 years, and I was CCNP certified in like very initial of my career, and which helped me a lot in my career. Okay, so I passed the CCNP certification in 2011. Okay, almost when I got graduated after 1 year, I got certification in CCNP. And so there is a website you guys can all check my credentials. Okay, credly.com users. So once you guys get become certified, you can also create a profile, and it will associate your account with Cisco ID, and it will pick all your certifications. So these are my certifications. Okay, so almost Cisco certifications and Juniper, few of them. So if you see the CCNP, I achieved this certification on November 29, 2011. So that on the same year when I completed my engineering degree. Okay. So people suppose you get certified. So basically what happens, like you can see on these jobs nowadays, like you can apply direct jobs on this website also, like what positions are hiring for CCNP. Okay. So you can see here higher income jobs in USA or Canada. It is like a lot of big companies are hiring for these positions. Okay. And if I come back, so anybody can come and verify your badge. Okay. So that yes, I achieved this on 29/11. And so last updated means every 3 years you have to renew your certifications. Okay. So हर 3 साल के बाद आपको renew करना पड़ता है. So what is the strategy to renew? Like right now, suppose you get CCNP certified. So maybe after that, like what I did, like I did CCNA, then CCNP. So either you go for any other certification. Like I did this, what is called, this is enterprise. Yeah. So I have given the service provider exam. So after 3 years, you can give CCNP service provider exam. You can give CCNP wireless exam. Just within 3 years, you have to give any Cisco exam. Okay. So, so if you are CCNP certified, then you have to give any CCNP certification. And today, like if you talk about Cisco, Cisco has almost like 50 plus certifications in different modules. So just imagine it is like investment on you. Okay, so जैसे मैं FD कराते हैं ना, समझ लो, right? Like you guys do FD and all, right? So consider this Cisco is like your banking partner, right? Where you have to invest any certification within 3 years. And Cisco will give you credential, because Cisco say that if you do not do anything within 3 years, you are outdated. And that is true also, right? So tell me, if you are not doing anything in networking, do you remember CCNA also in 3 years? If you are not working, if you are not touching the content of CCNA? So obviously no, right? So that's why Cisco say to have good name in my market, okay, because Cisco has very good market and Cisco certifications are most popular certifications in the market. So why they have to show you that you are certified still? your certifications are valid. Anybody can verify nowadays very easily, okay, from these websites. And also now, before October 2022, because last exam I have given in 2020, so it means I have to give one exam before October 2022. So still I have June, July, August, September, like almost 4 or 5 months. And it is giving me challenge also to do something extra. And that is boost for my career also, because I'm going to take any other exam of my CCNP service provider or maybe CCNP data center. So I think, like suppose if you work in industry for almost 30 years, and if you just think within, by just giving 10 exams, you can keep all Cisco certification throughout your life. So this is why I'm saying Cisco is like investment, because a certified person is already like have they can negotiate with good salaries. Like you can share your resume and it is eye catching also. Yes. So just imagine if I'm sharing my profile. Okay. So, like what profile attracts you? A profile which do not have certifications, or a profile which has a lot of certifications? Tell me. Obviously, the premium certifications, right? So this is my profile. Like, anybody, like if I want to share this link in my LinkedIn ID or somewhere, so you can see, you can all add licenses and certifications in the LinkedIn also. You can just add here, but LinkedIn is also going to verify that certification. Okay, it is like, you can see show credential here. So you can see here, I have already added like some certification. So this is very eye catching. Yes or no, guys? Yes तो लिख दो chat में, आलसी हूँ. Right? Okay, great. So now, so you can see, so what we did here, so because we know that people are like everyone is not going to go for Cisco certification, because Cisco certification is like, obviously it is value for money, but still it is on the higher side, right? So it is on the higher side. So like if you want to give CC, yeah, let me write here. Yeah. So I hope it is visible to everyone, or I will write. Yeah. So if you want to become CCNP certified, okay, so you have to give some exams. Like one is called NCORE, which I'm going to talk about today. And there is like an RC. Okay. And there is like SD-WAN exam, which is ENSDWI something. Okay. Or you can simply say SD-WAN exam. And there is a wireless exam also. If anybody want to give a wireless exam, okay. And you can also give a design exam. So we have almost 5 modules. Okay. And core is like combination of all these technologies. Okay. So NRC is basically your complete routing. Okay. SD-WAN, wireless, design, and various switching part, that is in the CCNP NCore. But NCore is not just a switching, it has routing, it has some SD-WAN, it has wireless, it has some design topic. Okay. So NCore is like combination of all 4 or 5 modules. So what is mandatory for all of you, that you have to clear the CCNP NCore. Okay. Plus you have to give any of these exam, any one exam. Clear? Okay. So if you are giving NCore, like you will become NCore certified. And what is NCore certified? Like you will be going to get a certification, that is this one, Enterprise Core. Okay. So once you clear CCNP NCore, you are going to get this certification, which is Cisco Certified Specialist Enterprise Core. Okay. Once you give NCore exam, so what you will become? Cisco Certified Specialist Enterprise Core. And now you have to give one more exam. So I have given this routing exam. Okay. So when you give the routing exam, you get this certification also, which is Cisco Certified Specialist Enterprise Advanced Infrastructure Implementation. Means NCore, there is a separate certification. NRC, like this is what I given ENRISA, which is Enterprise Advanced Routing Services. Okay, full form is Advanced Routing Services. NRC, Enterprise Network Advanced Routing Services. Okay, this is NCore, which is Enterprise Core Technologies. Okay, EN means enterprise, and this core means core technologies, means mostly all the topics like or related to routing, SD-WAN, wireless design. Okay, now it is like this is specialization, that what you want to do, routing, SD-WAN, wireless or design. So any one end core, and you can choose from all these four one exam. Means you need to pass two exams. Okay, you need to pass two exams to become full CCNP certified. Okay, very simple. So two exams, and now that is like you can go for enterprise and core plus NRC or SD-WAN. That's your choice. And finally, you will be going to get the professional certification. This is CCNP certified network professional enterprise. Okay, so this is the final goal of all of you, right? That finally you are going to get this certification, which is Cisco certified network professional enterprise. Okay, so this is our end goal. So these are just two extra certifications you are getting like specialist. So it is like one when you prepare for CCNP, so you get the like almost three certifications. Single certification is not called CCNP, Magdum, right? And also like even if you give one exam, like only in course, still it also has a good value in the market. Okay, but if any company is asking you that you need to be CCNP certified, okay, like if you go to any job portal today, okay, or any, like I was showing you, this is how you can add certification. And networking certification also we added in the LinkedIn. Like once you clear your learning from networkings, so you need to give exam of in networkings. That is obviously like after your training. Okay, and after that, companies can verify your certifications directly from our website also. You can see validation successful, and this guy Atul Sharma has cleared this, and this is like a like he has done a CCNA batch. So this is just I added, okay, because I'm not going to do training from myself, right? So it's like I'm the teacher, I'm the student. So I just added so that I can show you all that networking's platform is giving you a chance that you can add our courses training certificate also in LinkedIn. Okay, this is what I was trying to say. So maybe you can give exams later on when you have separate amount. But as of now, if you complete your CCNP training, you can just mention here that yes, you have done CCNP training from networkings. Okay. So this is all about certification. Certification has good demand. Okay, so just hold on. I think there is. I cannot hear. Guys, I'm audible, right? Okay, great. So there is someone who is not able to listen. Okay, so now if you check about certification of CCNP. So as I mentioned, this is the encore exam. This is mandatory. Okay, once you complete this training with me, encore, okay, and we will be going to further jump on to other modules like mostly I take an RC, but we have other trainers also who are taking batches with us. Okay, so we take a SD-WAN, we take an RC, we take this N auto. So almost a 4 or 5 modules we are already covering in CCNP. But you have to go step by step. And if you ask me what module should I start, so you can start Encore or NRC. That is your choice because so Encore is like combination of multiple technologies, and NRC is like routing switching. Okay, routing basically. Okay, so if any NRC batch is coming, you can join NRC. If Encore is batch coming soon, so you can join Encore. Okay, like a lot of my students, they have done an RC first. Now they are doing an core with me. And there are a lot of my students who are doing an core with me. And after that, they will do an RC. So it's like you do not have to get confused. Okay, that which module should I join first, an core or an RC? It is like both you have to do it. Both are good for you, right? So that's what I want to say. Okay, just hold on. Let me enable my pen brush. Okay. So let's click on 350. So what is this 350-401? And today title of the live class is that can we give CCNP exam without CCNA? So the answer is yes. Okay. So yes, we can give CCNP exam without CCNA. Okay. So I'm the trainer for CCNP and core. Okay. So implementing and operating Cisco enterprise network technology. So the full form of NCORE is enterprise network core technologies. And this 350-401 is the exam code. So because why exam code you have to remember, because when you book exam, तो जब आप एग्जाम बुक करोगे, when you prepare for your training and finally give your exam, so this code is you have to remember. Okay, and I'm going to teach you, just this is an announcement right away. Okay, the people who are joining this batch with me. So I'm going to cover 350-401 and core 1.1. So what is 1.1? This is the new module which is going to release in almost 2-3 months after that. Okay, and I've already calculated, and this is what we are going to cover. Okay, means we will be going to check the latest 1.1 version. Okay, so current exams 350. So I have to check where is that. So let me write here and core 1.1 exam topics. Okay, so there is a slightly change. Okay, so I'm just trying to get that link from Cisco website. I think they have updated already. Okay, so there is a slight change, guys. So thoda sa change aaya hai. Okay, like just 1 or 2 topics. But yes, we will be going to cover the Encore 1.1 section. So there are 2 modules. The Encore is called 1.0, but now they have released 1.1 version. So we will be preparing for the latest version. Okay, because after 2-3 months, like only you can give 1.1 exam, you cannot give 1.0. So I'm expecting, like, if you guys get ready, you are going to give exam after September. Is there anyone who is giving exam before September? Of I'm sure nobody's in hurry. So so you will be able to give exam 1.1 after September. Okay, like initially first week of September, and we will be ready for the latest content. Okay. Okay, so let's check the topics. Okay, what we are going to cover. Yeah, labs will be provided. Don't worry, Vishu. Okay, because we create our own notes. Okay, and if you see here, okay, so this is all my previous batch notes. So this is how we keep the notes. Okay, like suppose if I'm teaching you like EHGRP or ACL, so this is how my notes are, handmade and colorful notes, so that you guys able to understand the topics very well. Okay, so all the important notes are like this, and this is how I create lab. This is like CCNA, but normally when we do advanced labs, we use our own labs also. Okay, so all the books, PDF, material, everything is shared by me. And after every class, I update my notes. Okay, this is just I'm showing you all activity labs that if I share with my students. Okay, so the same way we will be creating for the Encore batch. Okay, so the people, and we have some books like this is our CCNA book, which is like fundamental book. Like people can read this book for their CCNA revision. If anybody is joining with me for CCNP, so from this book they can just have a quick read and they can revise their CCNA topics. But don't worry, like if you are not even good in CCNA, just what I expect from all of you, those who are joining with me. So just you need to be just good at some basic topics like OSI model, little bit of subnetting, right? So, and just that's it. I think 2, 3 topics are okay because I'll be starting the core also from very, very basic. So if you are good at OSI model and subnetting, so you should be like where should be very confident that we will be learning from very zero level. So समझ लो CCNA बैच से शुरू हो रहा है. Just these 2 topics you have to learn yourself. Clear everyone? It is going to. So the people who joined with me for CCNA, CCNP and core, don't worry. Whatever topics we have done CCNA, in this CCNP and core, we are going to learn them again, and it is good for you, right? Okay, so this is the section architecture, virtualization, infrastructure. So these are like modules. The first module is architecture, where we are going to learn about, okay, like basic design principles. Okay, design principles, like if I show you, okay, so design principles, let me show you something. Okay, and we'll be starting the notes also from today. Let me create a new document for today. So this is our CCNP and core batch 2023. Okay, so this is our day 1 kind of. Not even day 1, this is like an introduction today. Introduction class. Okay, so in the introduction class, so I'm adding all the links so that you guys will be able to see all the things even after the class. Okay, so this is what we discussed today. And this is the content from where you guys can refer this document. Okay, so this is your exam topics. So this is what we have discussed so far. Okay, and additionally, like these are the modules I mentioned. And let me show you what is the first section. This is like different design principles in the enterprise network. Okay. So are you guys okay if I briefly discuss the syllabus? Yes. Okay. We should know what is our goal, right? चल पढ़ते हैं हम बिना सोचे समझे तो क्या फायदा है ऐसी ट्रेनिंग का. Okay, sometimes I use my language also, but don't worry, I'm not missing any topic. It is just like sometimes we have to crack jokes. Okay, so yeah. So the first 1.1 section. So let's take the 1.0 completely. इसमें हम क्या पढ़ेंगे? Let's see what is this 1.0 section. Okay, this video is going to be the most detailed video of CCNP and core syllabus till now. Okay. अगर कुछ ऊपर से जाएगा ना, if you feel like anything is going on top of your head, just ping me in the chat. I will explain the topic again. Okay. Okay, so here we start. Content discussion. Okay, so the first thing, this is the section. So explain the different design principles. So I'm going to attach some pictures so that you will be able to understand what we are going to learn. Okay, so yeah. So what do you see here, guys? There is a picture, right? Image. So what do you see in the company environment? We are going to add computers with the access switches. You know access switches? Okay. Access switches means the switches which connect with the computers, laptops, servers. So those layer 2 switches are called access switches. Okay. Okay. And what is this distribution switch? This is like advanced layer 3 devices. So now in companies, there are 2 different design when you join any company. So some companies are going to use, okay, some companies are going to use in their access layer. Yeah. So in their access layer, they are going to use a layer 2. Okay, and even in their distribution and access also, they are going to use layer 2. Okay, but in some companies, they have layer 3 switching in access layer. Okay, means from access to computer is layer 2, but from access to distribution, they are going to do routing. So this is a routing, like we will be going to do a routing. So many candidates, they do routing here. Many companies or candidates, they do switching here. Okay, now you need to understand both the designs. Okay, so these are the things what we will be going to check inside the first section. Okay, that we will be talking about the design principle. So I'm giving just idea. ठीक है, तो मैं सिर्फ idea दे रहा हूं अभी that yes, this is what we are going to discuss and we will be talking about all this in detail. Okay, like we'll be discussing what we need to add here. Okay, what is this? Let me add one mother picture here. Okay, so you can see now how buildings are connected. Can you see like building 1, building 2, building 3, building 4? Can anybody tell me like what is this design? So which layer do you see? Access layer and distribution layer, right? So whenever you see single these switches, they are access switches, and then these switches are further going and connected with the distribution. So this is called a two-layer architecture, which we will be going to discuss in future, okay, in our first section. And there are a lot of companies or colleges or universities, so they are implementing layer 3 architecture also. Okay, so they are implementing this. So what is the difference, guys? Can you guys pick in the two images? Okay, so if you see here, this is called a two-tier architecture because you have access switches and then they are connected with the distribution switches. So this is our distribution or core layer, and this is like the all distribution switches are connected together. Can you see all the switches are connected together? But in this design, this is called a three-layer architecture. If you have multiple designs, multiple buildings, we are connected with the core. Okay, so these are the strategies what we need to understand in the first section. I hope you are guys clear with the first 1.1 section, right? So we will be talking about some design principles. Okay, we'll be talking about some design principles. Okay, like tier 2, tier 3, and fabric capacity planning, like how to add some design patterns. And after that, we will be talking about other modules. Okay, so what is okay, so after that, uh, like we need to understand the MAC address tables, okay, quality of service table and all. Means we need to understand the packet flow of a frame, that how the packet is going and all basic stuff. Okay, like and we'll be talking about in this 1 point section about this thing, which is like how router is working. So just for your information, if you don't know, where all the routers, all the Cisco routers, they have two things. This is called control plane. That is called your brain of a router. What is that? Control plane. Okay. So basically all your routing protocols like OSPF. Okay. So OSPF work on which plane? Now you guys can read it and see the screenshot. If you configure OSPF, if you configure EIGRP, so all these protocols work on which plane? Control plane. Control plane is like brain of a router. Okay. So if you want to move any object, okay, suppose this glasses, if I want to move from here to here, so I'm going to use my brain to pick the object and drop it, right? The same way, brain is like router brain is helping the router to forward packets like hello packets, making the routing table, but all the decisions are taken by data plane. Okay. Like if I want to move any object, my brain will give instruction to my hand and I will pick the object and drop it. The same way, router brain is actually helping you to configure routing protocols, get all the routes, but there is a forwarding table in the router which is helping you to process incoming packets and outgoing packets. Are you getting my point, guys? Little bit, not in detail, I know. But again, I told you this is overview. ठीक है कि क्या पढ़ने वाले हम okay what we are going to learn and I'm sure this batch is going to be more than 75 hours of live training. Okay, normally Cisco says deliver just 40 hours. I deliver double. That is the only thing in networking you will get. Okay, so Cisco बोलते हैं 40 घंटे पढ़ो, हम बोलते हैं हम तो 75 80 पढ़ाएंगे हम तो. ठीक है, बस ये फर्क है. ठीक है, इससे ज्यादा नहीं बोलूंगा मैं. ठीक है, so if you try to check here, okay, official Cisco training, and if you try to just to check the official thing, so I'm just showing you. Okay, so you can see instructor LED 5 days in classroom training something. Okay, 5 days means normally so these are called 8 hours of training. So this is for corporate 8 hours training daily. 8 into 5 is 40 hours. Okay, so 40 hours बोलता है Cisco कि 40 hours में खत्म करो. Okay, but I know like you guys are not just here to only that a trainer read PPTs only. You need, I know already because I'm teaching from 11 years यार. ठीक है, तो tension नहीं लेनी. ठीक है, so I'm already I know that I'm going to deliver this content, the most detailed topics ever for Encore. Even Cisco is saying, okay, just we need to discuss this, but I will give my best and try to explain everything. Okay. But you have to study also. You have to come in live classes also. ठीक है, तो ऐसा नहीं है मैं अकेला बैठा हूं यहाँ क्लास में हो तुम आ ही नहीं रहे. Okay, so we'll be talking about some technologies like what is SAF, what is fast switching and all. Okay, so there is a technology what is called SAF. Okay, so SAF is very important because Cisco routing or Cisco technology is fully based on SAF. What is SAF? Okay, like तो अभी तक जो आपने CCNA पढ़ा था ना, okay, whatever you have learned in CCNA, that is like very very basic. This is from basic to advanced, and core is like that. Okay, like you can see here, router check the route. Okay, if you configure 2 routers or 4 routers together, so they are going to create first EAGRP table, right? They get all the routes, right? From the routes we check, okay, this network we are getting from this IP address which is next hop. So what happens, there is a table called CEF table, so which is like cache memory of a router. So by combination of routing table, there is a table called adjacency table where we store the MAC address. Okay, from here we pick the MAC address, from here we next hop. Okay, means we will create a table, MAC address, okay, combination of MAC address, combination of next hop. We will create this table which is called CEF cache memory. Okay, so normally understand a router, if router wants to send a packet to 10.0.0, so router will check what? Router will check, okay, to go to 10.0.0, I have to forward packet to my next hop, and next hop is 172.16.1.2. Yes or no? Okay, so consider like this is a LAN network. Okay, so this is a computer, and if computer wants to go to router, from router to router like that, and this is the destination server. So computer forward a packet, router check, okay. Now router checks the routing table that I want to go to 10.0.0.0. So router will check the first entry, then we check the next hop, then we check where is the next hop. So we check next hop, then we check, okay, this is directly connected, then we get the interface name. So this is called router is checking routing table. How many times? 2 times. First, we are checking where is 10.0.0. Then we check who is the next hop. That who is the who is the IP address who is helping me to go to 10.0.176.1.2. Then I check further. Okay, then I check where is 172.1.0. You guys can see 172 is now on Ethernet 0. And then we go to Ethernet 0 and check where is Ethernet 0. Okay, it is like we are checking the routing table multiple times. Okay, why don't we check just one time to make the process faster? है ना? So what we did here, we created a Ceph, which is like, okay, you want to go to 10.0.0. This is your next stop, but we already store the MAC address in the ARP cache. Okay, it is like directly if I want to forward packet to 10.0.0, I will directly forward the packet to Ethernet 0. I will explain in more detail. Okay, this is just an overview that to speed up the process, Cisco has a technology that is called Ceph. So Ceph की technology का अपने आप में एक topic है that is very important because Ceph is something which is like how my packets are forwarded to the device. Okay, we'll discuss about Ceph that. So this is the by default mechanism also. Okay, many companies are using that. Means Cisco devices I'm saying. Okay, then we jump on to other section. Okay, we will talk about this wireless topics, like what is this wireless deployment models, WLAN design. Okay, we'll talk about what is the difference between on-premises. On-premises means when the devices you have in your company, that is called on-premises. And when you have devices in the cloud. Okay, so how, like nowadays, Cisco SD-WAN, you can deploy in cloud also. So we'll talk about some basic fundamentals of SD-WAN. And then, like if you check here, so I'm just trying to get where is that. Yeah. Okay, so these are just describe sections. As I mentioned, WLAN, we'll talk about SD-WAN, we'll talk about SD access, we'll talk about quality of service. Okay, process, you can see Ceph, TCAM. Okay, so these things we'll be talking about. Okay. So the first section is just an overview. Okay, like explain the working principle, SD-WAN kya hota hai, what is SD-WAN, what is SD access and all, what is like quality of service and all, what is this Ceph and all. Okay, and after that we have a topic called virtualization. Okay, so you can see it 10% of the syllabus is now virtualization. So means virtualization is something which is very important because nowadays everybody knows all the technologies are moving to virtualization, right? Cloud, जिसे हम cloud भी बोल देते हैं, right? So again, I'm talking about, so these topics, what you see here, quality of service, it is a separate topic. SD access is a separate topic. SD-WAN is a separate topic. So what do you see here? We need to understand, explain the working principle of SD-WAN. So it means what is Cisco SD-WAN? We will be talking about the devices. नींद आ रही है? मैं सबको देख पा रहा हूँ इसे. Okay, so let me show you something which is related to SD-WAN. Because thanks, Ramesh. Okay, so this is SD-WAN technology, guys. Okay, so I'm again giving overview. Do not expect that in first class I complete the whole syllabus. Right? इतना तो Cisco भी नहीं बोल रहा. Okay, so if you see here, this is SD-WAN components. Okay, so components. So at least we can discuss a component today. So this is a manager called vManage. Okay, so now you see there are some routers. So in SD-WAN technology, we call those routers V edges. Like in Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, suppose you have 4 offices. Okay, so you have 4 offices. So then Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, all these devices you are going to pick, and these devices are called V Edge. Okay, which devices? V Edges. Okay, so now this V manage is the controller. So controller is like earlier. Just tell me, guys, if you have a very big company, everybody knows that network automation is coming, and it is going to like everyone has to learn automation, else people will leave or people will have a problem with the jobs and all. I'm sure you heard about these things, right? AI खा जाएगा सब कुछ, right? So basically what happened, like there are automation definitely in the market. Okay, so what is automation? Like automate the repetitive task. So what is automation? Like whatever engineers are doing on like repetitive, like suppose you have Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Mumbai, baki jitne tum okay, all the cities are in India. Okay, 200 plus offices. Let's take an example of HDFC Bank. I'm sure they have more offices, more than 200 also. Yes or no? Yeah. So all these locations are somehow connected with each other. Now that technology we are not discussing. Okay, whether they are connected with MPLS, whether they are connected with VPNs, okay, which we can discuss later on. But you know that bank offices, bank branch offices are connected with each other. Yeah. So now if HDFC has network engineers, so what they are doing, they are taking backup of Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata. If they want to update a software, they have to go to all those 200 plus location, and then you have to update the software one by one. So tell me, just by updating the software, a network engineer will become network expert? Just uploading the images, you guys update your Android phones. Will you become the top Android developers by doing that? No, right? So just understand. So this is all repetitive task. Anybody can do that. So this is what they have done. So, so they have checked, okay, what repetitive task we are doing. Okay, software update. Okay, we are doing software update. Like if Delhi want to connect with Mumbai and Mumbai wants to connect with Kolkata. So what is this? This is like VPN connections. Like sometimes we have to connect one branch office with one branch office, maybe with the head office to branch office. So it totally depends on company requirement. So we create VPNs. Yes or no? Yeah. Okay. So we update softwares. And if any router goes down, so normally we have to buy a lot of monitoring tools separately. We need to buy monitoring tools, and then we have to create a monitoring team also. Okay, we should have like a team also who is monitoring our company network. If one ISP goes down, if my internet link goes down, we have to check and fix the issue. Means there are a lot of things which needs to be automated. That software updates or whatever policies we are. Okay, now consider, let's take one more example. You got the understanding, right? So now what if I'm Cisco, I'm representing Cisco today. Consider I'm from the Cisco team, pre-sales guy. Okay, so you are, I'm selling you SD-WAN product now. Okay, so what I'll say now, see, your company has a lot of engineers and they are doing a repetitive task. What if all your 100 offices, what you have, instead of routers, we will replace them with V edges? Okay, definitely. So what is the benefit? Like these V edges, like they do not have brain. V edges, they do not have brain. Consider. So all 100 V edges, so earlier, if you have 200 routers or 100 routers, all 100 routers have 100 brain. So brain is basically called control plane. I mentioned, right? So 100 लोगों का 100 दिमाग, समझ रहे हो? 100 routers, 100 brain, or you can say in technical language, you can say control plane also. Okay, because in interviews, I do not want you to say, okay, sir, we have 100 brains, all this example. Okay, so that is going to be little funny. Okay, so 100 instead of 100 routers, because they have a 100 control plane. So we will use these V edges. And what if all those V edges are controlled by one big brain, that is V manage. Now you got the point, the role of V manage. So this V manage, like you can give the instruction to V manage and it is completely GUI. The routers are completely CLI, command line interface. And there is a chance of what? Human errors. Commands galat dal sakti hain, yes or no? Mostly. So CLI is always like has more chances of human errors. And this is like GUI platform. Okay, where you can create like if you do anything wrong, you can undo. Okay, you can do a lot of things. You can check the health. You can do a lot of things, which I'm going to show you. This V bond is for basically called authentication, because on internet, if your branch office is, if you have a lot of offices, so if all offices are managed by with this V manage on internet, so you need these lines, this connection to be highly secure, right? What if a hacker comes, right, and he is managing all your branches by hacking the V manage? It, right? So because if he hacks into V manage, he can destroy your whole company network. To make sure that, so there is a separate device only for security and for authentication, that if any branch wants to talk to vmanage, first they go to vbond, check the passwords, everything, authentication, then go to vmanage, and then vmanage will help us. Means every time if any branch wants to communicate, they first go to this vbond device. Clear? Sachin, नींद आ रही है? अभी तो शुरुआत है यार. Okay, so vsmart. So vsmart is basically for all your policies. Okay, like if Delhi branch wants to talk to Mumbai, everything, mostly every policy we are going to do on vsmart. So basically all three devices are called controllers. Okay, तो ये जो तीनों ऊपर दिखे हैं ना, all three devices are like, these are the main devices: vmanage, vbond, and vsmart. Vmanage is the like full manager controller. The vsmart is for policies. Okay, and vbond is for authentication. Okay, and this is like full admin access, you can say full admin access of all your network. And these all V edges are going to be on your branch offices. These are like your branch routers only. See how cool, within just 5 minutes, you at least you know about the devices. Now, if anybody asks you what is vmanage, at least you can say, okay, this is the controller who is going to manage the entire company network. Clear, everyone? That's it. This is just a basic point. So this is SD-WAN only, Pramod. SD-WAN, software defined wide area network. I told you vmanage. vmanage kya hai? vmanage is a software which is GUI, right? So your branch offices like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, they are called WAN. That's why it is called SD-WAN, software defined wide area network. Means earlier you are connecting your offices Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata with command line interface. Now you are managing all of them with the software. That's why it is called software defined wide area network. Clear? Okay, so this is this is what we need to understand. What is the traditional WAN and SD-WAN solutions? The same, we have SD access. So the SD access is also similar kind of solution. That is for LAN network. Okay, so जैसे हमारा WAN है ना, so this is WAN. The similar way to automate the LAN networks also, because sometimes company LAN network has also a lot of devices, right? And we want to control all those devices. This is very costly solution, by the way. Not many companies are using. This is one of the most costly solution of Cisco, but we need to have a glimpse of that. It's like just managing your LAN network with some software, and on we use a software in this that is called DNAC. Okay, so इसका एक software होता guys. So Cisco DNAC, DNA Center you can say. Okay, okay. So let me show you the design. This picture is not better, I think. Okay, so you guys can see here. So this is like, you guys can see, right? Yeah. So हाँ, so इसके अंदर क्या आप देखो. So you can see in the company network you have all your computers. Yeah. So all your computers, servers, everything, they are on this layer. This is called access. Right. So this is your distribution devices. And this is like your core layer, you can say. Core layer devices. Right. So like in a company environment, if I want to automate all the things, okay, if I want automation, everything. So there is a software called Cisco DNA. So you need to buy this software and you need to buy a hardware also. Okay, so there is a DNA appliance. First, you need to buy a server, okay, which is DNA appliance, okay, like DNA server, and you need to buy the DNA center software. Plus, you need to upgrade your Cisco router and switches image also with the DNA compatibility. Okay, basically the DNA software is going to do everything. Right now, if you want to upgrade your this switch, what you will do? You go to the this switch, you go to the command line, and then you upgrade the software. What if you are only on this software and you upgrade everything from this software? The same way, SD-WAN is for WAN connections. SD-WAN is a technology for WAN connections. The main device is called vManage. The main device is vManage. The LAN networks are also getting automated a little bit, but you need to have that knowledge, and that's called DNA center. Clear, everyone? So this technology in the LAN network, when we automate the things, that's called SD access, because this is what we call access layer. Na? That's why they are called software defined access. Okay. So just understand SD-WAN is for WAN connections, SD access for LAN connections. Because so just imagine if you have 200 offices, do not think why we need a LAN, why we need a software in one office. Just I told you one big example. Like if you have 200 offices, they have 200 LAN networks. All those 200 LAN networks you can see from your DNA. Clear? I will give you overview also about DNA. अभी कल ही देके हटाऊं मैं CCNA वालों को. Okay. So now quality of service is like you need to understand about some commands, and this is a topic also that we need to understand about that. What are the advantages of SD-WAN? We'll discuss when the SD-WAN technology comes. Okay. SD-WAN benefits are like you do not have to do repetitive task again and again. This is what I said earlier. Yes, Murli, we will have DNA overview. Can we use more than one vManage in network? Yes, Shamik. If one vManage, like you can have multiple vManages also. Like nowadays, this vManage we can deploy in AWS also. Okay, like if you go here, because when you learn about SD-WAN in more detail, so after SD-WAN, suppose you learn about AWS. So at AWS, you can deploy a vManage device, which is controller in the AWS cloud also. This is the current market, what you need to update your knowledge. So you just you do not have to just learn SD-WAN in future after this core batch. You need to learn AWS also, that how you deploy the SD-WAN vManaged device inside. You can see here vSmart. दिख रहे हैं यहाँ पे वही वाले डिवाइस के नाम जो मैंने दिखाए थे? Yes. Can you see the same device's name here? I'm showing you the latest updated thing, what is going on in the market. Okay, so you can see you deploy the vManage in the availability zone in the AWS cloud. Okay, means you can add your software image in the vManage. Okay, so Cisco has already launched their software image for the AWS. Okay, you just have to buy the license and you can deploy, but yes, you need to buy the license. Okay, you can see email the cloud ops team of Cisco to request for the SD-WAN controller AMIs, which is like it's like image, you can say. Okay, so it's like a software of AWS. Okay, you can deploy the complete SD-WAN solutions in the AWS. So this is the market trend. You need to learn the, means your goal not should become a cloud what we call network engineer or network security engineer. Now everyone should have a goal that I want to become a cloud security or cloud network engineer. Clear? This should be your goal now in 2023. Okay, so because already many companies like even TCS, which is like kind of a semi-government company we say in India, so they are hiring for cloud network engineers. Okay, so you can see define, support, maintain cloud network operation of AWS, but not just this, they need to have knowledge on routing, switching and all Cisco products. दिख रहा है ना combination that people should have AWS knowledge, people should have all Cisco product knowledge. They should have this certification, AWS Certified Advanced Networking. This is a certification from Cisco. Okay, we are also doing these kind of certifications also. Networking is not limited to CCNA, CCNP only. You can learn SD-WAN from us. You can learn network automation. You can learn AWS, Azure, lot of things. Okay, so focus on cloud network security and cloud network engineer. Okay, coming back to the topic. So this is all virtualization and how I'm going to train you on the virtualization. Like I'm just giving an idea. Okay. So I have to check what we say here. Just hold on. I think I forgot the. Okay, so these are the lab access normally people get when they enroll for our batches. Okay, and when you enroll for our SD-WAN batches, okay, so like many people are taking Encore plus SD-WAN, many people are taking Encore SD-WAN and NRC, and some are only taking Encore. That's your choice. We do not force you to take all modules. That is your choice. Go slowly. Okay, with more effective knowledge. Okay, but the best thing when you go for the combo programs, okay, you get the pre-recorded videos so that you can prepare for your interviews and all. Okay, so okay, so you can see this is our SD-WAN lab. So you can see those vManaged devices. Can you see that? So it's a big image, big picture where you have. So to run this lab in your laptop, you need 64 GB RAM. Means you need to just buy a laptop of $3,000, around 2.5 lakhs. Okay, so these kind of labs you are getting complimentary. Okay, obviously it's a part of your fees. Okay, so when you enroll for any batches, you get this lab access also from networkings. Okay, and till the batch is going on, that is like there is no limit. You can do 50 hours lab, 100 hours. Initially, we used to give 50 hours, but now we are saying, okay, do whatever lab hours you want to use. Okay, because we believe lab access should not be restricted, but you should be like using it fairly, right? Suppose you are just enable all the devices and after that you are not forget to stop all the devices. So do not waste resources because other people are also doing lab. Okay. But yes, we have most powerful servers. in the market, and within just a few seconds, our labs get boot up. Okay, you can see this vManage is, so all vManage is like a software which is added on a hardware. Okay, now it's your choice. You want to add on Dell server, you want to add on Cisco server, right? Or that's your choice. Or you can deploy in AWS also, Yashwant. Okay, so this is how you can just enable the devices and start doing lab. Okay, so this virtualization I was talking about. Okay, what is this virtualization? Okay, so first 1.1 section is clear, guys. Safe, SD-WAN, quality of service. Okay, little bit of like we will be talking about the design, everything, right? Sartaj, that's we'll discuss. Okay, how they discuss. And if you want to know right now, there are few demo classes there on our YouTube channel for SD-WAN. Okay. Okay, so we are discussing now two. I'm just to stick to the in core topics discussion right now. Okay, so this is our section 2.0. Okay, so describe virtualization technologies. Okay, hypervisor. So what is this hypervisor, hypervisor 2? So basically there are two type of virtualization technologies in the market. Okay, one is called hypervisor 1 and hypervisor 2. So what is the difference? So the big difference in the, like if I give you good example. Yeah. Okay, so okay. So what do you see here? Like if I want to install any software on the server, because if I have one server, okay, so then like in one server, I can run only one application. What if you buy a latest hardware and you just divide the server into multiple parts? Like one server can become your web server, FTP server, DNS server. Means you can virtualize, you can create small images, or what we call like virtual machines. Okay, inside one server, you create multiple machines. So there are two. So hypervisor is a technology, or you can say hypervisor is a technology who divide the hardware into multiple operating system. Okay, like I'm sure you install VMware software in your laptops. Okay, so when you install hardware, okay, when you install a hypervisor, okay, on a host operating system, that is called type 2. Like virtual PC, I'm sure you heard about virtual PC, virtual what we call VMware workstation, virtual PC. There are few softwares available in the market. If you want to run Linux in your Windows, you can install virtual PC or virtual box. Yes or no? Virtual box भी सुना होगा. सुना है सबने? Yeah. So VirtualBox is like a software where you can install Linux inside your Linux Windows machine, and you can start learning about Linux. So type 2 is basically installing the virtual machine software on your Windows or Linux. Okay, that's called type 2. But in industry, type 2 hypervisor is not used. In industry, we use type 1 hypervisor, that is like VMware ESX. VMware ESX is like advanced what virtualization software, which is going to create multiple virtual machines. Okay, like this. Okay, and when you run AWS, okay, suppose if I go to AWS management console, if I go to AWS, so again, I'm saying in this batch, you will be going to learn a lot of things. It is like you are going to become like, just hold on if I'm able to log in. Yeah, so this is my AWS console. Suppose if I want to run a virtual machine, So very simple, right? I just logged in and I'm logged in and there are a lot of services. If I go to this EC2, which is called Elastic Compute, okay, I can just create an instance, launch instance, launch instance. So you can create a web server here, okay? Like I want to install Ubuntu machine, Ubuntu Linux or AWS. You can see you can choose Mac OS also. You can install Ubuntu, you can install Windows. Okay, you can just within just 5 minutes, you can install a Windows machine within just 5 minutes, not than more than that. Now it is your choice. You want to create one, two, or three. Okay, how much RAM you need, how much space you need. If you need a more hard disk, you just add a new volume and you can add 30 GB more space in your hard drive. Okay, so you can see here, and you can see here also like what. So this instance, like how much RAM you need, 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, 8 GB RAM, 10 GB, 50 GB, 30 GB. Means you can run a server at 384 GB of RAM also directly from Amazon. Okay, compare instance types. You can see this is like all available in the means. What I'm trying to show you here. So what at the back end, they are all using this hypervisor technology. So when you say I want operating system, so AWS is doing nothing. They are just creating virtual machine for you. So if a lot of companies like they are running their servers in the cloud, so they are just virtual machines inside their one server. Because if you go and check what is AWS, AWS is a data center. They have a lot of servers. Now you are taking the servers on rent. That's called AWS. Cloud is nothing. It is already there from last 10 years. Now, lot of people are moving into cloud because of their expenses. And every time they do not have to upgrade their hardware. Just by one click, you can run server in any part of the world. Can you see that? कहीं भी खोल लो भाई server. Okay, if you want to run in Europe, just go to Europe, because if you deploy application, suppose you create a software like Instagram, you create application in India, but the people who are in USA, they are getting problem of delay. Yes or no? Because if you ping yahoo.com, okay, I'm just trying to cover your basics also, guys. Okay, so just open the command prompt and ping, because Yahoo servers are in America. If you ping Yahoo, what can you see? Time is too much, guys, because this company is almost like too much in loss. Okay, because earlier they were very big, but now Google or other engines have taken the market. Can you see the time? I'm pinging from India and they are giving me latency of 200 milliseconds. But if I ping google.com, Google is also US company, but I'm getting just ping of 16 milliseconds. Why it is so? Why both companies are from US? When I pinging Yahoo from India, it is giving me high latency. But when I ping google.com, it is giving me less latency. So do you think Google servers are in India? Maybe. Maybe it is nearby. No, maybe not in India. Maybe it is in Singapore. Okay. So nowadays cloud is getting popular because of a lot of things. Like there is a technology called cloud front, global content delivery. So if you are a big application, okay, so all these things, basic stuff related to cloud and all, do not say that I'm teaching AWS in CCNP now. It is part of your course curriculum. Just I do not want to read PPTs. I just believe in showing the actual content. ठीक है, so PPTs है हमारे पास भी, but I think that is not required because I know about AWS. I'm AWS like associate certified, so I know basic stuff of AWS. So it's better to show you the real case, right? And what is the reason why? Because Yahoo servers are not in India; they are far away from me. That's why Yahoo is giving me high latency. But on WAN connections, up to 300 millisecond is okay. Okay. As a network engineer, you need to understand your latency should be 300 millisecond for global networks. If you are getting 250, 300, that's okay. It is not very much. But if you are getting this latency in your same country or in same city, then it is very high. पैकेट को टाइम तो लगेगा ना जाने में. Yes, packet will take time to deliver from Delhi to Bangalore to New York, right? So this cloud front is basically like cache memory. Okay, nowadays there is a technology called content delivery network. That's why cloud is getting popular. That you make a cache copy in all part of the world, and your application is very fast in comparison to traditional applications. आज की डेट में, okay, nowadays just within 5 minutes you can bring your website up and make all cache copies in the entire world. That's the power of cloud. Cloud is, we are not going to cloud only because that we are saving our expenses. Because of this technology, cloud is booming. That's content delivery network. Okay. I wish I would take a AWS batch, but planning since last 1 year. Okay, so we'll discuss about virtual machine, virtual switching. Okay, VRF. Okay, that's not a part of virtualization, but it's a part of like ISP technologies, GRE, IPsec tunneling. We'll discuss GRE. We'll discuss about IPsec. It is a big protocol. We talk about new technologies like Lisp and VXLAN. Okay, यहाँ तक चल रहा है. अभी मुश्किल तो नहीं लग रहा ना तुम्हें? Yes. I'm sure you are confident that you are going to learn. Because if you are able to understand the syllabus, it means you will be able to understand the content also. Right. So this is all traditional topics. See what Cisco is doing. They are giving you the design. They are giving you some overview of new technologies. Now they are giving you overview of new industry technologies like virtualization, VRF, GRE, IPsec. So Encore has lot of many topics. मुझे लग रहा है 2 साल ही ना चले बैच हमारा. नहीं यार. I'm trying to cover it in 3-4 months. 4 months minimum. Okay. If anybody is in hurry, we have weekdays batches also, but I'm not taking that. Okay, so these are trunking protocols like what is VLAN? I'm sure you heard about these. Ether channel, like link aggregation, like bundle of links. Okay, that we will be going to discuss. Okay, so these things, just hold on. Okay, so we'll be talking about this VLANs and all also. I think I don't know why it is not mentioned here, but we will start our topic layer 2 with the basic fundamentals like what is inter VLAN. Okay, what is this what we call router on a stick topic. Okay, like how we can configure SVI on a layer 3 switch. So these things we will start from here layer 2 section. Means we'll be starting from what is VLAN. ठीक है, यहां से चलेगा. How VLANs talk with each other, how multiple VLANs like green VLAN, red VLAN, how they communicate with each other. So these things we'll be discussing. Like and after that we'll discuss about inter VLAN. Okay, then we discuss about spanning tree protocol. I'm sure you heard about spanning tree or not. Maybe not, but we will be discussing about spanning tree protocol. This is spanning tree protocol. ये होता है spanning tree. That whenever you connect multiple switches, one of the port gets blocked automatically. So we need to understand the topic inside a spanning tree. What is RSTP and what is MST? That is not in CCNA. Like what is called multi-spanning tree protocol. Like how you can run spanning tree in a big company network. Okay, we will be talking about inside detail also, guys, because I believe in details. So, हम क्या करेंगे? We will be talking about in details also. Like what is bridge ID, what is port ID, what is this, okay? So, we'll be checking the spanning tree protocol. So, simple है. We will be talking about spanning tree. And ether channel is like bundle of links. तो ether channel क्या होता है? Like in companies, Like ether channels are called bundle of links. Like between two switches, if you have four links, how you are going to bundle? Right? तो bundle कैसे बनाएंगे? How to create bundle which is layer 2 and layer 3 ether channel. And why we are doing bundling? Because to get more throughput. More throughput means more speed. That is called ether channel. This is what we are going to learn. Okay, sorry about the bad image, but I'm sure you know the stuff now. Clear है यहां तक सभी को? Layer 2 section, guys? Yes, layer 2. So let's repeat. We will be learning VLANs. We will be learning inter-VLAN. VLAN, inter-VLAN, it's just two words, but it will take my 4 to 5 sessions. ठीक है, तुम्हें दो टॉपिक लग रहे हैं पर मेरा लगने वाला एनर्जी बहुत, राइट? ऑलमोस्ट like 3-4 classes or more than that, right? So now we'll be talking about 802.1q trunking protocols. There are two protocols. One is ISL, one is .1q. So we'll be talking about the difference. Okay, so about this ISL and .1q. Ether channels. We'll be talking about ether channel in detail. Okay, what is there in the book? At more than that, I'll be covering. Don't worry. So spanning tree protocol, RSTP, MSTP. Okay. Okay. So you must be thinking why you are teaching almost double content. Let me tell you why I'm covering this encore, because a lot of our students give CCA exam also. So if I cover just basic overview of encore, they will not be able to give CCI exam. So that's why who are interested in CCI lab, they can join this batch also. And after that, they can prepare for CCI lab. Okay. So CCI lab ke liye bhi, to clear CCI lab, okay, CCI lab is like a very costly exam. Okay. So this kind of lab you have to crack, right? It's a big lab. Okay. Which is like almost 8 hours of exam. Okay. And only 10 or 11 cities in the world where you can give exam. Okay. In about Cisco. And this is very costly, around $1,600. 1,900, sorry. The exam cost I'm talking about. तो एग्जाम हमारा $1,900 का होता है इसका, और एक ही चांस मिलता है बेटा. ठीक है, 1,600 plus 300, almost $1,900. But it has best market value. So CCI with good knowledge and industry experience is going to help. See, networking is telling you the truth about CCI. You can read that blog. Okay, so the exam cost is almost like it's in a nutshell, like CCI is not for freshers. Simple. Many training centers are claiming become CCI. So we do not even say to 1 year, 2 year guys to go for CCI. I think focus on CCNP knowledge and give CCI exam when you actually need. When you are on 10 lakh CTC, 15 lakh CTC in India, and you are not able to grow in your career, then go for those exams. So EAGRP OSPF, we'll be talking about. EAGRP OSPF is like routing protocols. So we'll be talking about those protocol. Okay. And I told you there is a protocol called multi-spanning tree protocol. For big companies, we will be talking about that also. There are some security topics which is not mentioned here. I don't know why. But inside this, we'll be talking about not just protocol. We'll be talking about their states also, like what is blocking, listening, learning, forwarding, all this stuff. मतलब काफी पढ़ लेंगे, ठीक है? Okay, after that, we will be talking about EAGRP. So EAGRP is a protocol which is now removed from Cisco, from CCNA topics. But now, like we'll be talking about EAGRP, that all EAGRP features like load balancing, loop-free, classless routing protocol. So all these sections we'll be talking about EAGRP. Okay, how EAGRP work, how the packets are getting forwarded from one place to another. तो ये भी हम पढ़ेंगे. Okay, so these are like how routers are forwarding packets to each other. What is hello packet? What is acknowledge? What is update packet? Means we will going to see the packet also what is going inside EAGRP. We'll be talking about other things also like EAGRP metric and all. Path selection. So there are almost everything about EAGRP, I would say. Okay. And the same thing, like EAGRP support equal and unequal cost load balancing. This is the only protocol in the world who support unequal cost load balancing. Means if your links are of different speed, we can load balance that also. That is only feature available in EAGRP. Okay, so EAGRP, after EAGRP, we'll learn EAGRP for IPv6 also, like how we configure in IPv6, not just IPv4. And the same thing we will be going to learn for OSPF. That's very important, right? Okay, so how to configure OSPF, what are areas, ABR, area border router. Okay, means we'll be going to have very good knowledge about OSPF also, like how routers communicate with each other, what is inside the OSPF packets. So all these things, okay? So after that, you can see here, neighbor adjacency, point-to-point broadcast, DR, BDR means basic, uh, uh, like more than basic, obviously, we will be talking about OSPF, okay? इसके बाद क्या होगा? After that, we'll be talking about BGP, multi-area OSPF also. And after that, we'll be talking about uh, BGP. Okay, and all the topics what I'm sharing you right now, all comes with labs. Okay, means without lab, there is no logic of doing course. CCNP in core is more of theory, but still will be covering with full practicals. Okay, that what is BGP, why it is required, all the stuff. Okay, that what is this BGP? Okay, why we need BGP between two different companies? We have to run BGP protocol, and what are BGP characteristics? Okay, what are the BGP features? Because between like two routers, BGP is formed on TCP port number 179. BGP is using this TCP protocol for reliability. Okay, for scalability, BGP is very important because the whole internet is running on BGP. Okay, so a lot of things about BGP we'll be talking about. And BGP also make multiple tables like BGP neighbor table, BGP database table, okay, BGP routing table. All these things we'll discuss about this. BGP, after that, eBGP, we'll be talking about. मैं खुद थक गया यार बोलते बोलते, but क्या करें हैं अब, at least you know, right? This is what we are going to cover. Okay, so we will be talking about very important protocol which is not part of an RC. Okay, OSPF, EAGRP, BGP is there in the NRC module also. But in Encore, we'll be covering the like good amount of EAGRP, OSPF, BGP. But in you want to be expert of OSPF, BGP and all, only if your requirement is that, then you can join my NRC batch. Okay, which may come in after this batch, like after 2-3 months, or you can. We recently started an RC batch also. If you want to learn Encore and RC both, like Monday to Friday, 8 p.m. to 9:30, we are taking an RC also. Okay, so if anybody want to join an RC plus Encore both, so within 3-4 months you will complete both modules and get ready for. So this is Monday to Friday, by the way, right now. Okay, at you guys can connect with your counselors 9:30, and I'm taking classes only on Wednesday, Thursday. Earlier it was 3 days, but now I increased the timing. Wednesday, Thursday, that is 9:30 p.m. to. Okay, normally we will cover from 11:30, and then half an hour I'll make it for doubts. Okay, like 11:30 to 12. Okay, like normally productive hours are more than 2 hours, and questions and all I'll make it half an hour daily, like on Wednesday, Thursday. So an RC is Monday to Friday. Okay, so recommend you all to learn both so that you will understand OSPF, BGP, AGRP in more detail. Because Encore has a lot of topics. So obviously AGRP, OSPF, BGP is like uh, not like an RC, because an RC is a separate module. Okay, so between this, like there was a discussion of some protocols which are on the 1.1 section also. So like if one of the link goes down, what you will do? Tell me, if this link goes down, do you want the router or computer traffic should go to this side? Yes, every company requires, right? सभी को यही चाहिए, right? So every company require this load balancing protocol. Okay, so basically we will be learning. This is one of the most important topic of networking, that is HSRP, VRRP, GLBP. Like if one router fails, your traffic should be moved to another router. That is the technology we will be going to discuss. That is called HSRP. Okay, क्या पढ़ने वाले हम? We will be going to discuss about HSRP, and after that there is tracking also. I'm going to teach you from the industry level. I told you, like if ISP link goes down, how we are going to implement the tracking. Okay, how to track if one router goes down, how I can forward the traffic from the another side. Okay, we will be discussing not just on routers, on multi-layer switches also, because multi-layer switches पे ज़्यादा use होता है. Okay, so in industry we use HSRP on multi-layer switches. So not just on routers, we will be covering HSRP on layer 3 switches. ठीक है? And the same way, there is another protocol, HSRP. There is another brother of HSRP, which is VRRP. We'll be talking about VRRP also. The same, like you have multiple devices. If one goes down, computer go to another router. So that is also this VRRP is also used in service provider networks. Like if you join any ISP, Jio, Airtel, or any kind of big company, okay, they have this also. And there are some technologies which we'll discuss also, okay, regarding GLBP also. इसके अंदर छोटे मोटे टॉपिक भी हैं यार, okay, that not very small, but yes, I'll be starting the content just with some topics. Like I'll start the topic from some topics like this network address translation, that how your company network, because that's very important. I feel like CCNP guys are very weak in this, and I want to obviously make sure that we understand that how your company network is going to internet. So this is a very important topic. This I'm going to cover in more detail. Okay. And also we'll talk about ACL. ACL is access control list. बहुत सिलेबस है यार, मैं तो सोच रहा हूँ तुम सबैटिकल ही ले लो यार, एक एक साल का ना सारे, क्या बोलते हो? एक एक साल छुट्टी ले लो कंपनी से पढ़ ही लेते हैं एक साल दबा के पहले. अभी सेंटी मत हो जाना सर, खाना कहाँ से खाएंगे. आ जाना भाई, मेरे साथ आ जाना, मेरे घर आ जाना. सेंटी मत होना प्लीज. Okay, so I told you this is going to be very detailed content discussion. So that's why it is taking too much time. Okay, so uh, as I mentioned, we will be talking about so wireless topics also, that how wireless devices are connected. Okay, what is this RF, SNR? Some technologies like how wireless to wireless same access point connect, how you connect with the different access point. Okay, all these wireless technologies will be discussing. Means we have good content of wireless. Okay, what is wireless LAN controller? Okay, because in industry we use a device called WLC. I'm sure many of you heard about. So we will see, ये पूरा topology ध्यान से देख लो. Okay, so focus here. So you can see there is a WAN, like a WLC, wireless LAN controller. Why? Because all these access point, Wi-Fi access point will be managed, like all your V edges are managed by V manager. So this V manager is called controller. Yes or no? है ना? In SD-WAN technologies, all V edges are controlled by V manage, and that is called controller. And the same way, all Wi-Fi devices are controlled by one device that is called WLC, wireless LAN controller. Clear? इतनी जल्दी समझ जाते हो तुम तो यार. Okay, so this is all about wireless basics, and there is a one protocol inside wireless, and that we have to understand. Okay, so the protocol name was CAP-WAP. तो एक protocol है भाई. Okay, there is a one protocol. This is called CAP-WAP. Okay, CAP-WAP. So how wireless technologies are helping us to connect with the WLC. Okay, how they communicate and all. So we'll discuss about that. Okay, means we will understand the wireless packet flow. Okay, whatever I know. Okay, because I worked in wireless networks, but like I would say out of 10, I would give myself 7 or 8 in wireless, because I'm not a fully wireless guy. Trust me, but I'll give my best. I will make sure you understand the wireless technologies very well. Okay, तो मैं अपना पूरा बेस्ट दूंगा. ठीक है, so this is how they connect a main office, and this main office you can see wireless LAN controller, and this main office is connecting to the access points, remote office also, like you can manage the different branch access point from main office Wi-Fi also. And there is one other technology which is getting famous, Meraki and all. That is a separate technology of Cisco. ब्रेक लेना है या खत्म करके सो जाए? या okay, just for your information, we will talk about like how we can add WLCs, how we can configure that. We will do with the basic configuration also. Okay, high availability. We have talked about this HSRP, VRRP and all. And then we have topics like these small topics. These are very small topics like NTP, all those things. We'll discuss that. Okay. वायरलेस बहुत बड़ा टॉपिक है, वैसे ही बता रहा हूँ अभी. मैं सिर्फ तुम्हें आइडिया दे रहा हूँ. इट इज लाइक ऑलमोस्ट गोइंग टू टेक 4+ क्लासेस ऑफ ओनली वायरलेस. Okay, so almost 7 to 8 hours content of wireless. The most I do not like this topic, but I know that I will teach you very well. This is very like very good topic, I would say, but it is very complex. Okay, now I know because I worked with Juniper networks and all, and to clear their interviews, I have to learn that. But there is a little annoying topic which personally I do not like, but it's a very important for us. That is multicasting. Very important and very complex also. So we'll be talking about what is multicasting. Okay, how multicast work, how the internet services, how there is a server on internet which is like multicast server, and how other devices join the group. So this 224006, you can see there is a group here, right? So I want to show you. If you go here, ARP-A. Okay, so guys, you can see here in the ARP-A, even your computer is showing you that your computer is also listening to some multicast IPs. Can you see that? Right. So it means every device is enabled with multicasting, and there are few protocols like IGMP and all which we will be discussing. So एक बहुत important protocol है. So that is IGMP. Like there is a multicast server who send a stream, and all these computer and server, they use IGMP protocol, and between how router forward multicast traffic, that is PIM. Okay, so PIM is basically a protocol independent module something. Okay, so PIM is a protocol related to multicasting, which we'll be discussing. ओके तो इसके बीच का हमें फ्लो समझना एक्चुअली हाउ मल्टीकास्ट ट्रैफिक वर्क हाउ माय डेटा इज कनेक्टेड इफ कंप्यूटर वांट्स टू लीव अ ग्रुप he send a message that go to router, then router inform to another router, and then it go to the multicast server. So multicasting is basically I'll try to create a practical where we will play a video in one computer, and that one computer we will make server. ओके प्रैक्टिकल में दिखाऊंगा तुम्हें वी विल मेक वन सर्वर multicast server and another computer as a receiver means we will play a VLC video in our lab. Okay, this is what we will be going to do in the multicasting means we will learn practically multicasting. Okay, so there are different PM modes also. We will be talking about that also. So why it is important? Because I told you CCNP is not just for CCNP, that is for CCI also. So when you go for CCI lab, they have multicasting labs also. So some configuration means you need to very good at multicasting. So if anybody is preparing for CCI, they can join because I'm covering the topics in much detail. Okay, about multicasting, how it is working, how it is connecting, all the stuff. Okay, quality of service, as I mentioned on the very first thing, that what is multicast quality of service, that was there in the 1.1 section. Because these are just exam topic, but according to Cisco curriculum and book also, there some topics need to be trained later on. Okay, so like quality of service, like how data is going, which traffic should be priority. You can see here, to send a voice traffic, we need to have less than 150 millisecond of latency. Because if you have more latency, like the way I was showing you Google or Yahoo, right? Yahoo is giving me 300 ms. So just imagine if you have a voice server in outside India or maybe in USA, so then voice is going to break because latency should be less than 150. The same with video. If your latency is 150 ms more than that in video, the video will not get clarity and it will drop bursty, okay, images or what we call the pixels are not going to be very clear. So we need to understand these traffic parameters in the quality of service, and quality of service like itself important topic as I mentioned, because in quality of service हम कहाँ तक पढ़ सकते हैं, we can go up to that very advanced level also. You can see this picture because ये इंटरव्यू में पूछते हैं, वैसे ही बता रहा हूँ तुमसे. So when you say that I am CCNP or CCI, they ask you some, means they can ask any question here. Okay. So if you are preparing for the CCNP, it means get ready for any interview. Okay. So you can see here for video streaming or conferencing, we use this AF41. So now what is this AF41 you are thinking? So these are called some classes which we will be discussing, AF41, AF31, AF12. So this is how we implement the quality of service. Okay, what there are a lot of tools available in the market that which traffic need to be prioritized. So quality of service is all about priority, that which traffic you want to forward first and which traffic you want to give less priority. जैसे एग्जाम्पल है that you want to implement a policy. Okay, so how it is not like example दे रहा हूं मैं तुम्हें सिर्फ. Okay, suppose you want to forward traffic to this computer to the server, you want to give more priority to traffic, voice traffic. Okay, so अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि that I want to give priority to voice, then there is a set of commands. Okay, you can see here we created a class map. Okay, right now it is like Chinese for all of you, I know. Okay, but just get the glimpse that कितना complex हो पाएगा ये batch. Okay, it is not complex. Just if we go step by step, that just be excited that what you are going to learn. The people who are experts of networking, they are doing these things on daily basis. Okay, means you can see VoIP, then you give some match class, you can see some priority. Can you see that? That we implement them, then quality of service on the interface. Okay, means what we are doing, we are select the traffic, create a policy and give the priority to the VoIP traffic. It is like example to give high priority, and to give priority in your company, you need to understand these things like class map, policy map, all this stuff, which I'll try to help you to understand. Then small topics as I mentioned in the last. ठीक है, ये लास्ट में आ जाओ दोबारा. NTP is very simple topic. NTP, network time protocol and all. So few topics I'll be giving you, sometimes like very small topics. I'll be giving you some short videos also, or so that you can keep checking those content also, so that we'll be able to understand the topics very well. Okay, syslog भी करेंगे हम. Syslog भी दिख रहा होगा यहाँ पे. I don't know why it is not there. But how to check logs and how to store logs. Okay, we will be going to learn that also. Net flow भी होगा यहाँ पे. NTP में है नहीं. Okay. So there is one topic which will be covering net flow, that how we check who is taking the most high bandwidth in my device and all. Who are the top talkers, means the people who are uh, consuming more bandwidth. We can check with the net flow, syslog, SNMP. तो ये तीनों टॉपिक समझ लो एक जैसी हैं. Okay, so all these are syslog, SNMP and net flow will be covering. NAT pat I told you we will be covering NAT. Okay, NAT यहाँ पे मैंने लगाया था, right? I have mentioned here that yes, we will be learning the NAT topic somewhere on the top. पता नहीं कहाँ चला गया. Okay, so we'll be learning NAT also. So then we have this HSRP, VRRP I mentioned already. We will be learning HSRP and we will be learning the multicasting. Okay, so by end of like 4 months, we'll be able to complete most of the things. Okay, there are few topics further also. Okay, मैं भी सोचूं topic कहाँ चले गए यार. Okay, so these are, you can see net flow, IPSLA, as I mentioned, the device monitoring tools and all. So this is like 4.2 section where we check about net flow and all. ये जो net flow था. Net flow, syslog, everything. So all these are monitoring tools which we will be going to learn. Okay, DNS center, which is all of SD access. And then we come with network automation. Okay, we'll be talking about network automation. वो भी दिखाता तो मेरे को. See, Encore का ना, it's, I told you, it's a combination of multiple topics. Now it totally depends on the trainer that how far they want to go or with the students. Are you getting my point? Even I can teach Encore for almost 150 hours also. There is no end of routing, switching and these technologies, because if you check, wireless is a completely different module. So what Cisco did, you learn just a few wireless here, and then if you want to become expert, then you can learn wireless module. Clear? That's the thing. Okay, so what is this netconf, restconf and all? So this is all network automation, but we do not have to do coding. तो हमें coding नहीं करना है. Okay, so we do not have to do this coding stuff. We need to understand the code. तो ये मेरे दो मॉड्यूल हैं, ये भी डाल ही देता हूँ. Okay, so now you can see ACL. I told you ACL we will learn. Okay, we'll learn about AAA, which is secure authentication authorization. Okay, so we will learn about AAA. Then we have this REST API. All this related to programming. But don't worry, this is automation topic. So यहाँ पे देखो automation आ गया ये रहा. Okay, so automation is like 15% of your syllabus is automation. Okay, that how we can write the script. You can see here describe API, DNS enter, REST API, EM template. What is EM? EM is embedded event manager. It is like a small script which you can run. Okay, so what is, there are a lot of tools available in the market like Chef, Puppet, Ansible. It's like related to little bit of, like if you heard about DevOps, have you heard about DevOps, guys? So these tools also used in DevOps. So DevOps is development plus operations. Okay, but this is not DevOps completely. This is just, we need to stick to the network automation, which is like very, like example लेता हूँ तुम्हें automation का. Don't worry, because I know you get worried. Oh man, it is automation. Even I am very bad at programming. That's why I become a network engineer. Okay, मुझे interest ही नहीं था. Okay, so you can see, but yes, we are easy to understand because we have done engineering. Most of, even if you do not have background, I would recommend you all just try to get basic. Okay, you can see this is a small script which is like getting the host name. Can you see the host name? And automatically we got the host name of the device, which is nxovcisco.com. So this is a JSON JavaScript object notation. Okay, this is a AWS language also. AWS के अंदर भी ये use होती है. If you start talking about AWS. So these are some kind of scripts. We need to just understand the scripts. Okay, means we do not have to write big scripts because already like a lot of scripts are available in the market. You just have to copy paste and understand. Okay. And if you want to learn network automation in future, then we have a almost 60 hours live training for Python for network engineers. तो एंड नहीं है, पढ़ते रहो पूरी लाइफ. ठीक है. Okay, the more you learn, the more you earn. Simple. Okay, whether you should be happy what you are getting, but if you have zeal that yes, I want to earn more, then sorry guys, I'm not checking your chat messages because you know that whenever I teach, I focus on my content and deliver it the best, right? So I've not seen your chat messages. So sorry for that. Okay, then we have get, post and all. जैसे मैं example देता हूं तुम्हें. Like we will learn basic automation. I told you like means good amount of automation. Okay. Okay. So let me give you basic idea. So can you see these are called HTTP codes like get, post, put, patch, delete and all. So whenever you reload a website, suppose if I open this naukri.com something, and I'm sure you somewhere, somebody tried this developer tools. Maybe if not, that's okay. Okay. So whenever I load the website, okay. So whenever I load the website, it is, if you go to this network, दिखा क्यों नहीं रहा? Okay, let me check on another website. Okay, let's try here. More, then go to developer tools. Okay, so this is network. If I reload this website, okay. So can you see guys, there is a 200 status code here. दिख रहा है यहाँ पे 200. It means the website is operational. It is working fine. Okay, so these are called HTTP codes. Okay, this is very simple. Like if you go for any cloud interview, they ask you, okay, well, tell me about HTTP codes, tell me HTTP get code, post code, and all. Okay, so whatever, whenever we forward any data, okay, so all the data goes with get, post, everything. So like if you understand the HTTP uh, get and post, it is like when you request for Google page from google.com. So basically your computer say, I want to get this page, and server will give you reply with the post. I'm trying to explain in a more easy way. तो जब भी आप रिक्वेस्ट करते हो, whenever you request something, that is called get, and whenever the client is sending anything request and also, you can see get and post. Okay, so there are different codes, all those stuff which we need to just understand, so that when you are in the production network, whenever you are getting good understanding, okay, of the network, then you will be able to understand the code. Okay, it means you need to understand the basic code, what is going inside the devices. ठीक है, तो automation, almost we are teaching automation from last 4 years. When people were talking about automation, so we are teaching from 2019. If you go here, I'm not lying, go to networkings and just write here Python and just check our very old videos where like we have discussed about Python for network engineers. So you can see 1 year old video. Can you see 3 year old video? Yeah, दिख रहा है ना? Okay, so we have created a lot of network automation engineers also. Okay, means they are working with very good companies nowadays, and the trainer itself is highly qualified for in India for the network automation training. Okay, but yes, we take very few batches of network automation, like 4 batches a year only. Okay, but till the time you should be prepared, like basic मैं cover कर दूंगा, okay, automation के. But if anybody wants to get or make career in the network automation, then they can go further with the network automation after that. I'm just showing you what is your career after this, because you are not here only for Encore. You are here to make your career, right? So just after this Encore, as I mentioned, you can go for an RC, and then you can go for SD-WAN. Then after that, you can go for network automation. You can go for other firewalls also. That's your completely like your choice. We have almost 50 plus programs. You can just go to this website and check what we deliver. Like CCNP, data center, CCNP, SD-WAN, CCNP security, CCI, Python for network engineers, DevNet associate. Okay, firewalls like in Palo Alto, Checkpoint. You can check, and we are delivering mostly every cloud program nowadays. Okay, whether it is GCP, DevOps, Docker, Kubernetes. Okay, cyber security. If you're like, or cloud security is your interest, you can join cloud security after that. Means this is one-stop solution. Like you can become whatever you like. Just you need to follow the pattern. Okay. And the pattern is like after CCNA, CCNP, become a network engineer, learn SD-WAN, learn automation, become network automation engineer. If you will learn security, you become network security engineer or cloud security engineer. Okay. So your profile, your next job profile depends on your skills. If you learn CCNP plus security plus automation, maybe you become a cloud security engineer, or you learn SD-WAN plus related to, you can make a career into DevOps also in future. Because the people who are very good in DevOps, either they are network engineers or either they are software engineers. Because DevOps is combination of development plus networking. Okay, so this is all about content, guys. Automation ka kya hai? I am sure you are not able to understand, but yes, we check what is REST API, what is embedded event manager, okay, agent and agentless orchestration, chef, puppet, ansible, means whatever there in the Cisco books, will be covering that. Don't worry. Even I'll try to give my best, and within 3-4 months, we will be going to learn everything. Just one request: whatever topics I'm going to cover, because I put my 100% in my classes. But if student is not giving 100%, it is like demotivation for me. Okay, I do not want to like decrease my volume. When I started this batch, and whenever ask my old student, my energy levels are consistent. When I start batch, when I end the batch on the same day, or even after 3-4 months, the energy levels are same. So you need to maintain that energy also. I also go office, 8-9 घंटे में भी काम करके आया हूँ, right? So because like our career is in our hands only. Luck is just definitely it matters, but obviously hard work beat talent. सुना होगा तुमने. So if anybody is on 20 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs, anybody can join this program who is from this domain. But if you are from very, very different domain, like please connect with the team. They will guide you properly. Do not enroll without any. Okay, so yeah, thanks everyone for joining this session. And today is like our public session. So if anybody has a doubt, they can raise hand by turning on their camera. Yes, Rishabh.
सर ये नेटवर्क ऑटोमेशन का पार्ट नहीं करें तो ये तो नहीं समझ में आएगा सर। मैंने पाइथन का कुछ देखा था आज
तो
ऑफिस
तुम मत आइयो क्लास में, छोड़ दियो.
नहीं सर, ये मतलब कुछ ज्यादा है क्या? मतलब ये नहीं, प्रोग्रामिंग नहीं हो पाएगी?
अरे हो जाएगी मामा, मैं बैठा हूँ, टेंशन न ले. ठीक है,
ज्यादा।
मैं तेरे जैसे लाइक यू रिमेम्बर योर 10th क्लास वेयर यू हैव टू लर्न साइन कॉस थीटा.
यस सर।
करना पड़ा ना, मजबूरी थी, तो मजबूरी समझ ले अब. ठीक है. या एनी अदर क्वेश्चन, रेज हैंड गाइस. ओके, ये शमिक. Hello. I'm not getting a voice. You have to unmute from your end also.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Sir, actually, I have a question.
Mhm.
Suppose we have a switch in Kolkata region and another switch is in Delhi region. Okay.
Mhm.
And I wanted to the VLAN ID, I wanted to make them as a trunk. Okay. So I am going to hiring the traffic from any ISP. In
Mhm.
that ISP, I have to mention that particular this is VLAN ID I want to pass to or not.
Mhm. Okay, so there is a concept called Q and Q tunneling.
Okay.
Okay, so that you have to check so that you can transfer like one branch VLAN traffic to another branch office. That is
Yes.
called Q and Q tunneling protocol. Okay, so just check and we'll discuss maybe if we get a time. Okay, so that is called 802.1Q, Q and Q tunneling. मैं
Okay.
chat पे भेज रहा हूँ नाम. Okay, just
Okay.
check. So that topic is Q and Q tunneling. Yeah. Yeah, any other question, guys? Yeah, Magdum, you have any doubt?
हाँ सर,
हाँ,
फर्स्ट ऑफ
बोल
ऑल थैंक्स लॉट फॉर द ज्वाइनिंग. बहुत काफी टाइम से ये प्लान था कि ये ज्वाइन करना है कैसा भी करके बोलते.
अच्छा.
तो इट वाज एनीवेज इट वाज डन. तो मेरा पहला ये है कि ये नेक्सस से रिलेटेड में इसके कोई टॉपिक्स कवर होंगे जैसे आपने बोला कि स्लैम बोल के ऐसा कुछ, क्योंकि वो वीएक्स में ज्यादा चीजें आती हैं.
See, Nexus, I can give you basic idea. but
Okay.
Nexus is like completely into CCNP data center.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, what I
अगर ये
recommend.
ओके
Yeah,
ये
sorry.
एनकोर जो है ना एंटरप्राइज से रिलेटेड है, क्या मैं इसमें सर्विस प्रोवाइडर से भी रिलेटेड कोई टॉपिक्स भी कवर हो जाएंगे सर? सर्विस
देखो यार भाई,
प्रोवाइडर्स
देखो Cisco is too advanced for us. So what we did here, okay, so what I recommend you all, like I'm just recommending, I'm not saying that you have to go for it. Okay, so what I recommend to my students, so there are few like technologies which are like very, like there are a lot of technologies we have to learn, right? So like suppose you are preparing for interview, and let me show you. Suppose you prepare for network security engineer, let's suppose. Okay, and you have a goal that I want to get almost 15 lakh salary, because maybe you are already on 5 lakhs, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs. Okay, so you just choose that, okay, I want to get around 15 to 25 lakhs. Apply. Now it is like people are giving like within 5 to 10 year experience, but what they are asking, that is the main thing. Like if TCS is asking or any entity data, so now you need to match that skill set, what they are asking. Okay, means their job profiles, you need to check, okay, what they're asking. Like uh, you see here, they're asking here, like you should have Cisco Meraki, Cisco ICE, access point, wireless knowledge. So if you keep digging in, every company has a different requirement. So some companies will ask you to have very good knowledge on AWS, and some companies will ask you to have very good knowledge on firewalls, and some will ask you for AWS security. Means you need to manage, you need to create your portfolio. Are you getting my point, guys? तो जितनी टेक्नोलॉजीज आप सीखोगे, वट एवर टेक्नोलॉजीज यू like learn, you are going to become the right candidate for that company, right? So in short, like what I recommend you, like once you have taken the live training, okay, uh, so when you want to learn further, okay, so please check this website. We have all access pass. So what lot of people, those who are already on very good salaries, okay, they want to learn more and more and more, because they feel like live batches are okay, but they, because if you take our all live batches, it will take 4 years to complete all networking courses, more than that. Are you getting my point? So if you join our all live batches like CCNA, then CCNP, then Palo Alto, Checkpoint, F5, SD-WAN, it will take 3 to 4 years to complete all batches. So, but there is a membership of 1 year. Okay, just check it out. 3 days trial is open. Okay, for that all access pass, just go and check for the trial and check what is there. And if you feel like, yes, this is what I require, this is Nexus I require, I need service provider, I need SD-WAN, so you can take that also. Are you getting my point? I hope it, right? Because live batches are always helpful when you have a lot of doubts and all. I do understand. But in one batch, in one live batch, I told you, like, just imagine, yeah, like today we discussed, and this is just one batch. This is only one module of that is also for CCNP and core. Now, Nexus is a different technology, service provider is a different technology. Wireless is all different. SD-WAN is different. Palo Alto, Checkpoint, F5, all technologies are different. But companies are asking you to have, like every company is asking you to become jack of all. Simple is that. समझ आ रहा है? Yes. So become a jack of all, but master of one at least, not none. Okay, master of one technology, like whether it is a routing switching, whether you focus on completely CCNP very well, but yes, you learn now firewall. Many people, they focus only on security, because, and after that they are moving into cyber security or cloud security. You need to pick that one particular domain for yourself. So whether it is network routing switching, whether it is completely security related to firewalls like Palo Alto, Checkpoint, then you have to learn Palo Alto in so much detail. And then you learn the, like how we deploy the Palo Alto in a cloud. Expert बनना पड़ेगा, expert salary चाहिए, तो simple है. right? Yeah, Sartaj. Lovedeep.
Sir, I was talking to you yesterday about the ARM and the MAC tables.
Mhm.
I actually was trying to search that what device creates the ARP table. I understand it is actually maintained by the router, but and also the layer 3 switch, but there was no information even on the Cisco page that mentioned that what device actually creates it.
All network devices.
Okay, was that
Any device which has a MAC address, any device which has a MAC address, which understand IP address, they send ARP packet to get the MAC address of another device.
so that means it will be maintained by pretty much all the
All
devices.
devices, yes. So see my screen, ARP-A computer. You see all
Right.
IP address and MAC addresses.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
you can check in servers, you can check in firewalls, you can check in routers, layer 3 switches. Every network device maintain a ARP table so that it do not have to do broadcast every time. That's the reason.
Correct.
Because if we do not have ARP, suppose if I want to send packet to 1.4, the computer will not create a broadcast packet. But if I do not have the MAC address of 1.4, I will send a broadcast packet, which will unnecessarily wastage of bandwidth. Okay.
So that means we can't really say that that what layer ARP works at. So it means it works at layer 2, also at layer 3, correct?
Sorry. I missed that again.
So that means the ARP actually works at both layers, layer 2 and layer 3. We can't say like,
We call this is layer 2.
yeah, but okay. So the basic layer is 2, but
Hmm.
obviously if anything happens at layer 2, it should be happening at layer 3, correct?
So what I recommend you, whenever you have this kind of doubt, okay, so I would recommend you all to just open that basic software, any software like Packet Tracer or any software you like, okay,
Yeah.
and try to see what is going inside that ARP packet. And this is how you prepare for simulation based interviews.
Yes.
Because anybody can prepare for bookish interviews, right? PPT, and you know the full forms, AD values and all. This is not how you crack big company interviews. Okay. So you go and check. ये पैकेट ट्रेसर नाच रहा है, खुल नहीं रहा पर हाँ खुल गया. Okay, so like you can see there are two computers. Okay, so we connect a cable and then we give IP address. दिख रहा है ना screen?
Yep.
Okay, great. So these are two machines. And now suppose if I give here basic IP like 192.168.1.1 and the other machine I'm giving 192.168.1.2. So this is how I used to do. This is what I'm saying, how I learned. Okay. So I'm giving you the same approach. So there is a simulation window here. Can you see guys? Simulation window.
Yeah.
So now which protocol you have to choose from? Show all, edit, click on ARP. Right?
Right.
And ICMP, because I'm going to generate a traffic, because by default it will not create ARP. I have to generate a ping or any traffic from this computer. So I'll go to computer and say, I want to ping the other device 1.2. So now it created two packets. One packet is yes,
ICMP, one is
and
ARP.
one packet is
ARP.
So which packet will go first, ICMP or ARP?
I think ARP, ARP will go first.
Okay. So if you open the ICMP, do you see layer 2 address information?
Yes.
कहाँ दिख रहा है?
Oh, no, not in the ICMP, yes.
So we do not have layer 2 information. So that's the reason my
Okay.
computer hold this ICMP packet and forward which packet?
The
ARP.
ARP packet first.
Okay. And if you click on the ARP, so what do you see here? It is showing you up to which information?
Layer 2. Yep.
Now it is clear it is layer 2.
Correct. Yes, sir.
So we are putting our source MAC address. but in the destination we are putting FFF, which means broadcast.
Broadcast address. Yeah.
And if you go to this PDU detail, it is showing you everything what is going inside that, right? So this is the ARP header. दिख रहा है ना?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so this is the ARP. कहाँ चला गया? Lovedeep?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, so this is the ARP header where you see a lot of things here. If we focus on the major point, this is my MAC address, computer MAC address.
Mhm.
But in target MAC address, I don't have. Interview
Yeah.
question. When you send ARP packet, what will be your target MAC address? That will be 00000, or you can say FFFF also. Because I do not have the MAC address, so I'm going to broadcast it. You can see destination is FFFF. But this is in the Ethernet header. But inside ARP header, it is 0000. And now packet is going where?
Yeah, to the target IP.
But this
Yeah.
IP, source IP and the destination IP is inside my ARP information. No, this is not layer 3. Can you see this is layer 2? Inside this layer 2, we are hiding that IP address inside layer 2.
Right.
Okay, so we send this packet is called ARP request. Can you see the type 001?
Yes.
So the ARP request is called 001. You forward from this button, you send ARP packet. This computer will give me the ARP. You can see inbound one. So whatever packet we received, that is called inbound. And whenever packet, whatever we will be going to reply back, that's outbound.
Outbound.
So inbound. So now can you see source and destination, both MAC addresses?
Yes.
And the type I'm going to reply back to the device. You can see we received the packet. When you open, so this is what we received, ARP reply. Okay. So type and all. So you can see protocol type 800 something. So that's called ARP protocol type. Okay. So opcode is 002. So sorry, I was checking here. This is the opcode 2. This is for reply. And we got everything, MAC address, right? We got the MAC address. Now we got the MAC address. Now I'm going to send the ICMP packet because I got the MAC address. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, now I will be sending ICMP packet, and this Ethernet, you can see IP, I'm forwarding packet to 1.1 to 1.2, but I have the MAC address. I have the destination MAC address, because to send any packet in your LAN network, you need IP and MAC address both.
Correct.
This is why we say TCP IP. TCP IP is a rule. TCP IP कहते हैं ना प्रोटोकॉल है.
हाँ जी.
So protocol ka definition, what is protocol? A set of rules is protocol. So what we are doing here, my packet is following the rules that we need MAC address so that I can forward this packet to the other computer. If I do not have MAC address, I hold the ICMP, I create ARP packet, then I send the packet to the other machine, and then I get the MAC address. And this is how I get the ARP first reply. And this is how many times computer is going to do this by default? 4 times.
4 times.
Because Windows is sent by default how many packets? 4 packets.
Yeah.
And do you think we have the ARP entry in the table now?
We should have it. Yeah.
If I send this packet again, so do
It
you
will
think we will
resend.
create ARP again? If I send a packet again, if I go again simulation, try to go with the same, if I try to ping again, so only ICMP, because computer check ARP table, we already have MAC address, we add them at MAC address here in the layer 2, layer 3. So all 3 details we have. So we do not require ARP because that ARP already in my ARP cache. That is ARP-A. पढ़ाया था ये तुझे वैसे.
Yes, yes, yes.
हाँ,
Yeah, I recall everything.
चलो रिवाइज हो गया इनका भी.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay. Yes, Ramesh, you had a doubt. Where you are? I can't see you. Your camera is off. Yeah, Ramesh. Hello, hello. You have to unmute yourself.
हाँ
Yeah.
सर
हाँ, tell
सर
me.
आवाज आ रही है?
Yes.
सर एक्चुअली में एक सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल पुलिस अकेडमी में डिप्टेशन में जाना चाह रहा सर, हैदराबाद में सर।
Mm-hmm.
वहाँ पे नेटवर्क एडमिन में पोस्ट है, तो एक्चुअली क्या सर उन लोगों वहाँ पे पूछ रहे पैकेट ट्रेसर पे जो अब सीसीएनए में पूरा ये बताया थे ना सर, राउटिंग स्विचिंग का,
Mm-hmm.
वो वहाँ पे ज्यादा पूछ रहे हैं सर। तो मैं पिछली बार भी क्रैक किया था इंटरव्यू, एग्जाम भी ये हुआ था सर मेरा, तो
Mm-hmm.
उसमें ये नहीं है। और दोबारा भी निकला है सर, अभी वहाँ पे कोई क्वेश्चंस वगैरह सीसीएनए का जो एग्जाम होता है ना सर,
Mm-hmm.
सिस्को का एग्जाम,
हाँ, क्वेश्चन क्या है?
सर मेरे को ऑनलाइन वाला क्वेश्चंस चाहिए सर, क्वेश्चन आंसर्स
Okay, means you want to give exam.
हाँ सर।
Okay. So, do one thing, like just check last class. I think we have discussed like how you can prepare for CCN exam, or just ask me in the chat group. Okay, noisy. Okay. Okay, so guys, I think, yeah, even I heard that, earlier, like if you check, like from last 3 years, Cisco is not taking lab exams in the CCNP module. But even I have heard it, like in the next module, the lab, they will again take the lab test also. Very small labs, like packet tracer kind of basic lab that you have to solve some issues and all. Okay, from last 3 years, they are not doing that. But I think it is not sure, but maybe they will come up with some lab simulations also. Again, I will update you for that also. Don't worry. Okay. So also, like if anybody has a question, like I'm sending you this notes also, first of all. So, so today introduction class, whatever we have done. So please check the chat for course discussion. Okay, and I'm also like if you have any doubt related to anything, so if anybody joined recently, okay, and if I have not answered your question, because it's a demo session for all of us, so I'm not able to take a lot of doubts, but trust me, like I spend a lot of time with my students and we do a lot of discussions together. Okay, so this is my email ID if anybody is not able to get any doubt clear. Okay, but do not any email me for any fee structure or something if you have not joined. Okay, that you should discuss with the team. Okay, so thank you all for joining the session. I hope this is informative. Okay, so if anybody wants to please check the notes I've already shared, and if anybody want to join this batch, okay, so I'm sending you a WhatsApp number. Okay, so you guys can contact networkings. If anybody is not from already joined, okay, they can WhatsApp our team for any admission. Okay, WhatsApp क्या है ना, सही है, ज्यादा जिसको करना है चिक चिक नहीं होती, फॉर्म भरो, ईमेल करो, राइट? WhatsApp is cool. Okay guys, bye bye. Okay, Chandrakant, next time pakka. We are YouTube live today. Okay, bye bye guys. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, next class is from next Wednesday. So officially the first topic, like that design architectures and all, right? The basic VLAN, inter VLAN will be starting from next topic. SSL, SSH will discuss, DNS will discuss. SSL, we'll see. I think it is not part of our content, but we'll try to check what is there. SSL is not, I think, related to this, but still we can check. It's not big deal. MPLS topic we cover in NRC batch, Janendra. Okay, I take NRC batch also where I cover L3 VPN. MPLS and L3 VPN. Okay, bye guys. Alfred, how are you?
I'm good.
Okay, great. Where is Simon?
I think he left.
Okay. Okay, bye bye.